everyone, in today's video I am going to be showing you how I made this intro with Capcut, Canva, and Photoroom on an iPhone, so let's just get into it. First, we are going to open up our search engine. I am using Safari, but you can use Google if you want. You are going to search the word black, find the image that you want, hold the photo and click Save to Photos. Then we are going to open CapCut, click New Project, go to Photos and click on that black photo that we just got from Google or Safari. Then you're going to click on Ratio and you're going to spread it out until it fits the canvas evenly. Then you are going to click on the black image and you're going to spread it out until about 5 seconds so we have enough room for the intro. Then we're going to click on Video Effects and you're going to scroll until you find the word Christmas. And then you're going to scroll through the different effects until you find snowflakes. Then hit the check mark in the corner and then it should show the effect on the screen. And you can watch it back and forth just to make sure that it's the way that you want it to look. Once you have that done, you are going to click on text and type out your name into the text box. And then you're going to scroll until you find the font Constane. I'm going to have the name on the screen so you can actually see how it's spelled. Then you're going to make it bigger and size it to pretty much fit the whole box and make sure it's centered. And then once you've done that, you're going to cut it and crop it so that it fits the black image and effects. Once you have the text sized to the way that you want it to, you are going to scroll until you find animations, and then you are going to click on the open animation and move the speed to 1 second. Once you have the speed to 1 second and you watch it back to make sure it is the way that you want it to, you are going to click the arrow download button in the corner and it will export to your camera roll. Once the video is exported, you are going to get out of CapCut and click on Photoroom. It is an eraser app to erase backgrounds. Then you are going to click on plus start photo and you're going to scroll until you find the photo that you want to erase to be in the intro. Then you are going to click on where it says transparent. Once you click on that and it loads, you're going to click on your image, click on where it says shadow, scroll until you see color, click on white for this color, then hit done. Then click where it says move and drag the shadow up a little bit so that it's a little bit above your head. Then you're going to click done and hit save image. Once you have done that, you are going to go back into CapCut and you are going to import the last video that we just downloaded to our camera roll. See that one we did right there. And then you are going to click overlay and click on the photo that we just did in Photoroom. We are going to stretch it out and make it bigger and make sure it is centered in the intro and over the words. Then we're going to go into animation and slide until you find the slide up animation. And once we find that, we are going to click on that and scroll until we have about 1 second of it going up. And then we're going to watch it back and see how it scrolls up right over the letters. And you're going to get it right after it opens up and has the picture come up right after that. Once we get the slide up animation where we want it to be, you are going to trim the end of the photo to make sure it is aligned with the rest of the intro. And then we're going to go to adjust and slide till you find sharpen and higher the sharpen all the way. That just makes the photos more clear. You don't have to do it, but I personally do it for my intros to make it look higher quality. Once you do that, you're going to click the arrow again and let the video export to your camera roll. Now that we are done with the channel name slide, we are going to move on to the social media slide, and it's going to be the same steps again. You're going to open CapCut, click on new project, click on that black image that we originally got from the beginning. You're going to click on ratio, put 16:9 and slide it out to about 5 seconds. And you're going to scroll until you can find effects, click on video effects, scroll until you find Christmas, and then click on snowflakes. Then you're going to click on the check mark and slide it out until it fits the black screen. Then we are going to get out of CapCut and go into Canva. You can download it from the App Store. Then you're going to search Instagram post and click on new post. Once you are there, you are going to click on the square, click on color, and you are going to choose a green color like the one I chose there. Once you have the color, you are going to click on the plus sign and click on where it says elements. And then you're going to search in the search bar, phone. And you should see under frames, the first phone is the one that we are going to use here. You are going to make the phone bigger and center the phone. And then you're going to go to your Instagram page and you are going to screenshot your Instagram page that you want. Once you have your Instagram screenshotted, you are going to go to the plus sign again, click on camera roll, click on recent, and click on your image and drag it into the phone. Then you are going to click save image. Make sure you are saving it as a PNG. It should save to your camera roll. Once the image is finished downloading, we are going to go back into Photoroom and we are going to click on the plus photo button, import the photo of the phone that we made on Canva. Once it finishes removing the background, you're going to click on the phone, shrink it a little bit, and then hit save image. Then we're going to go back and we're going to erase the background of another photo that we have of ourselves. And you're going to erase the background of that photo like how we did in the first slide. Then you are going to click on shadow. You're going to click on color and put white. And then you're going to click move and make sure that the shadow is a little bit over your head so that it shows in the photo. Then you're going to hit save photo and go back to CapCut. Once we are back in CapCut, we are going to click on overlay and we're going to add that phone PNG that we made. And we're going to be adding that photo of yourself that you erased the background in Photoroom. And we're going to put them over each other like this. Once you have the photos in CapCut, you are going to place them the way that you want. We're going to move the phone and the picture of yourself all the way to the left. You want to make sure that the phone is the background layer and that the photo of you is over the phone on the right side. And then you're going to stretch out the photos so that it matches where the black video is. Then you're going to click on adjust and move the sharpness on both of the phone and the picture of yourself all the way. Again, you don't have to, but I like to do that so it makes the quality better. Then we're going to watch it back a few times to make sure that it's the way that we want it to look. Then we're going to open up Safari and we're going to search Instagram logo. And for this intro, I want the logo to be white. So I'm going to go back there and search white. And once you have that searched up, you're going to click on the first one is the one that I used. And you're going to hold down on the photo. And you're going to save photo to your camera roll. Then you're going to go back into CapCut, click on overlay, click on photos, and that should be the most recent one. Shrink it down to the size that you want it to be, about the size that I show you here. And just kind of make sure it's up closer to the top because we're also going to be adding TikTok as well. So just get it to the way you want. Make sure that you stretch it out again to where the black image is so everything is the same length. Then we're going to go on text and we're going to put our username, our Instagram username. We are going to be using the same font that we used for the beginning of the intro, which is the Constane font. And once you have the font chosen, you are going to put the username underneath of the Instagram logo and you're going to move it around until you get it the way you want it to. You want to make sure the Instagram logo is pretty much centered where the name is. But again, we want it closer to the top of the intro because we are also going to be adding a TikTok logo and our TikTok username as well to the intro. For the TikTok logo, we are going to do the same steps. We're going to go back onto Google or Safari, search TikTok logo in white. And once you search it, you're going to scroll until you find the one that you want. Try to find an Instagram logo that is a PNG, meaning that the background is already erased from it. If you can't find one where the background is already erased from it, then just go back into Photoroom and erase it like how we erased everything else. But I end up using this one here. And once you import it by clicking overlay and clicking on the photo, you're going to put it over the Instagram logo and try to size it to make it around the same size. Once you do that, you're going to drag the Instagram logo till it's underneath the Instagram username. And you're going to stretch the Instagram logo and the text to make sure it's the same size as everything else. Then you're going to take the text from the Instagram username and click on copy so that you have another copy of the text instead of having to remake it all over again. Then you're just going to move the Instagram and TikTok logo as well as the text just to make sure that everything is centered and even. Then I'm going to go back and change her TikTok username because her username was different from her Instagram. If your Instagram username is the same as your TikTok Instagram, then you do not have to change it. Now we're going to get started on the animations for everything. So for the phone image, you are going to click on animation, and where it says in, you're going to slide until you find the slide up animation, and you're going to put the time to 1 second. Then we're going to go to the picture of yourself, and again, where it says in, you're going to slide until you find shake 1, and then you're going to put that as well to 1 second. Then you're going to hit the check mark and go to the Instagram logo. Once you're at the Instagram logo, you're going to click fade in and put that to 0.8 seconds and do the same thing with TikTok. Once you have the phone picture of yourself and both logos with animations, we are going to do the text. So you're going to click on the text, click on style, and click on animation. Then you're going to scroll till you find type 2, and you're going to slide it to 1.2 seconds and do the same thing for both usernames. Now that all the animations are added, we're going to watch it back to make sure that it looks correct and everything is running smoothly. Once you like the way it looks, you are going to export it to your camera roll. Then we are going to go back on CapCut and create a new project, and we are going to add the beginning of the intro and the second slide of the intro, and we're going to add them in the same project. That way we already have an idea of how everything is going to look. So you can see we have the beginning of the intro with the channel name here, and we're going to shrink it a little bit so it's not so long, so about 3 seconds. And then we have the social media part, and again we're going to shrink that down so it's not so long, and we have that here so that you can see what it's kind of going to look like. And then we are going to click where it says cover, and you're going to drag it to a part of the intro that you like best, and that's going to be like the cover or thumbnail of the intro. Then we're going to go and create a new project again in CapCut, and we're going to do the same steps that we've done for the first and second slide. We are going to take that black image that we had since the beginning, and we are going to do the same steps. We are going to size it to 16:9, which is the size of an intro or a YouTube video. We're going to go to video effects, and we are going to go to Christmas and get the snowflake effect and hit the check mark in the corner, and you're going to stretch everything out to about 5 seconds to where we have everything to the same length. Then we are going to click on text and type out the word subscribe. We are going to be using the same font that we have used for all of the text in this intro, which is the Constane font, which is the cursive font that we are using here. And we're going to make the subscribe larger, and we're going to make sure it is centered. Make sure everything is an even size. So once everything is sized correctly, we are going to go into animations, and we're going to scroll until we find type 2. And once you have type 2, you are going to scroll until you hit 1.6 seconds, or until it is nice and slow and smooth, just like what is showing on the screen now. Once you are done with that, you are going to click on download and export it to your camera roll. Once it finishes downloading, you are going to go back to the video we already made, and it's the one that I told you to save the cover to. And you're going to go back into that, and you are going to import the subscribe slide that we just made into the finished video. And we're going to shrink it a little bit just so everything's about 3 seconds, so nothing's too long. And now we are going to add animations between each of the slides. For the first animation, I want to add a blur transition. I think it looks nice, but you can add any transition you want if you want a different type of look. But we're going to go into the section that says blur, and there is a few different blur transitions, but I am going to be using the one that's strictly just blur, and you're going to put that to about 0.8 seconds so you can see the transition from the first slide to the second slide. And for the transition to the second slide to the third slide, you are going to go to where it says MG, and there is going to be an option that says snow, and you're going to click on that, and it should give you the transition. Once we have all of the transitions added, we're going to watch it through with all the transitions and effects and see how it looks. At the end, I decided that it needed to fade out into a black screen, so I went to animation and clicked on out and clicked on where it says fade out, and I moved the speed to about 0.7 seconds so you can see here how it turns and fades black. And then I went back and I decided that I wanted to add the sharpness effect to every single one of the slides so that everything looks higher quality. So I went to adjust and I clicked on sharpen and just hired the sharpness all the way or until it doesn't look pixelated or grainy. If your photos start to look pixelated or grainy, don't hire it as much, but these photos looked really high quality, so I hired most of them all the way. And for the first one, since I hired it already a little bit at the beginning, I just did it about halfway. Once you have the transitions and fades, you're just going to watch the intro back. And I decided I wanted to add a song. So how to add a song is at the bottom. It will say add audio. You can click on it. It'll give you different options like add a song that they have or extract audio. In this clip, I am extracting audio from a previous intro that I made, but you can add audio from a screen recording that you have if you want. And for this, I don't know if I can play the song because of copyright, but I will let you know at the end if I can play it or I'll add some other music over it. But I wanted to show you guys how to add audio so that you guys can add music to your intros. So here I'm just adding a cover again to it. You just click cover and scroll to the cover that you want and then hit save. Then to download it, you're going to click where it says 1080p and put it to the resolution you want. For this, I'm just leaving all the stats the same. That way it saves easier, and let it export. And once it's done exporting, it should be in your camera roll and then you can watch it back.